What's up, you guys? I'm Christina Sheree. Welcome to there's a really big...
Few moments later.
I wanted to do a video that would help maybe guide you if you're looking at getting some new palettes for Valentine's Day, you're gonna go out, or you're just gonna get glammed and stay home. Either way, it's good to treat yourself, love yourself, and if you express it through eyeshadow palettes, specifically the colors pink and mauvey purple, then this is the video for you guys. So without me just babbling anymore, let's just head into this video. You guys, this is really my favorite time of year because I love pink, and not to say you have to wear pink for Valentine's Day or red for Valentine's Day, but it just kind of tends to go with the day. So if you subscribe to that, then you're gonna maybe really love these palettes. Maybe really. I think you will. Alright, you guys, so I have 10 palettes here from different price ranges. So affordable, high-end, and some luxury, and one honorable mention. So 10-ish palettes to go through, and in no particular order. I'm just going to show you the palettes that I think you'll probably get a lot of value of and may be of interest to you if you're looking for a new palette for Valentine's Day. So this first palette I have here is the Colourpop Smoke and Roses palette. This is actually a palette that I did this look from. I will link the video, maybe put it down there too. I really like this palette. I think the color choices are definitely pretty good. The shimmers are nice as well. The one thing I will say is that a few of these colors, if you are my skin tone and a little bit deeper, then they're probably gonna show a little bit ashy on you, so you wanna kind of keep that in mind, specifically these colors up here. But once you get into these colors in the bottom half, it's a beautiful palette on. I created this look from it, and this is definitely one that I would suggest if you're looking for kind of an all-in-one palette for this time of the year, then definitely consider the Smoke and Roses by Colourpop. Next up, I have two palettes from the same brand, and that brand is Dose of Colors. I really like Dose of Colors. I don't really see too many videos on their eyeshadow palettes, but then again, they don't really come out with too many. But in any case, the first one is Marvelous Mauves. This one here, make sure it's in frame. This is one of my go-to ride or die palettes. I've had this palette. This is the newer version. I had the older one and then upgraded. I really love this palette. I mean, it looks pretty simple and basic, but the saturation in these colors, whoo! And they blend themselves. Like, this is such a good palette. I love this one. And then the next one that I have from Dose of Colors is, you're gonna get deeper looks from this one for sure. This is the Blushing Berries palette. This one is so beautiful. It's so incredibly saturated, or pigmented rather. You've got this black to deepen it up. You have these lighter colors if you want to maybe do more of a neutral-ish look with a pop of color just in your crease or even on the lower lash line. Oh my gosh, I really love this palette. So this will be the second one from Dose of Colors that I would suggest thinking about and possibly even picking up. You're not going to be disappointed. So this next palette is by an indie brand, and Mel Thompson, rest in peace. I saw her video on this and she absolutely loved this and inspired me to get it. This palette, if this video inspires you to get this palette, I will say you won't see it by Valentine's Day. It takes a little while to get to you, and it comes in stock and goes out of stock. But it is a beautiful palette and absolutely worth the wait. Let me make sure this is in frame. This is the Vintage Rose palette. Oh my gosh, you guys, the shimmers on this, the mattes, the entire thing, it is beautiful. And I love the fact that you have options. So it is clearly a pink rosy palette, but then you have the green here that you can kind of spruce it up with pink, or this maroon here, you can do a green all by itself. So you have options for this one. This is absolutely, if you already have it, pull it out, do a look, you'll love it. If you don't, you won't have it again by Valentine's Day, but it's absolutely worth the wait. So Vintage Rose. This next palette I have is a quad by Tom Ford. This is the Pretty Baby palette. This one is so beautiful, you guys. I mean, it's not a pink palette. You have this kind of mauve-y purple. Can you see that? Yeah. And then this beautiful duochrome here. See that? Oh my gosh, you guys. This palette here is really going to give you more of the subtlety, and it's kind of, it's very pretty. You don't get a lot of options with this, but the ones that you do is very pretty and celestial and ethereal and all of that stuff. And you can still smoke it and make it even a bit more of a smoky eye and not so fanciful. But I love this palette. It does me right every single time. And this is absolutely one that I would recommend for you to think about. Next up is Sigma. Sigma, I have a few of their palettes, and the ones that I do have, I would say 80% of them I just really love. And when these, like, I call them little travel palettes came out, they're not super small, but they came in a little set. Anyway, I fell in love with these, and for this video specifically, there are two that I want to recommend. The first one is Hazy. So this one here. This one is going to give you more purple, mauve, brown. This beautiful wisteria color right here is like a grayish. Can you see that? Which gives you nice take on just kind of a gray smoky eye with a purple flip, or majority purple and maroonish with a little bit of gray sparkle on your lid just to kind of give it that oomph. This is, Hazy is a good one. And then your standard, my favorite color range is, this is the Rosy palette. So, can you see? It's rosy. Not much else to say about it, but you get variety in this. And both of these palettes, you know, they blend themselves, the saturation's there. You will not be disappointed. I say that only for palettes that I really believe you won't. This is one of the ones I truly do enjoy and absolutely would recommend to you guys. Next up is one of my favorite brands. If you watch any of my videos, you know it's one of two people right now. And if you don't, now you know. It's Natasha Denona. And this Love palette, I really enjoy this one. I'm going to pull it up so you guys can see it. Okay, I'm going to try to get away from saying beautiful, but it is beautiful, you guys. Oh my goodness, just hurt. Oh, yay. See if you can see. Look at that color. And this one here, you see that? And even like her matte, oh, I love this darker one here. Oh my God, the looks you can get with this one. Woo, chile, so beautiful. And even this matte here, this color called Soul, beautiful on the eye. This is one of those palettes that, you know, when it came out, I believe it was almost 2 years ago now, I saw that and I was like, I really have to try it out. You get mixed reviews on this depending on who you follow and what their particular style of makeup is and colors that they fall in love with. But if you like these color tones and you like Natasha Denona, or you want to get into Natasha Denona, this is a really good palette to start off with. And I actually have the honorable mention, which kind of goes alongside this one, that I'll show you in a minute. But this Love palette, I absolutely think that you would enjoy. And if you don't want to spend, this one is her midi palette. If you don't want to spend $65 for that one, this one, you can do the Natasha Denona Mini Love palette. This one's $25 here. And this one here, you get really similar to this. You get the highlights from this bigger palette. But if it's just something you want to dip your toe in, absolutely consider these two. One or both, probably one. The midi palette and then the mini palette. Loves, we are nearing the end. I just have two more for you. And this next one here is by Charlotte Tilbury, and it's the Pillow Talk palette. Oh, that's going to be super reflective. These next two palettes are similar in tones, but this one here has some deeper tones here, and then you have a majority of it is kind of more neutral, where you can do a pop of color. You can maybe smoke it out, so you can get a more natural smoky eye, and or just look in general, maybe get a pop of color here and there. But I really enjoy this palette. It's her mattes, her formula is just so easy to use. Sorry, didn't know if it's all the way in frame. It's just so easy to use, and she has this little sheet that comes with it. I'll put it over it. If you're unsure of how to do it, she kind of walks you through. This is upside down. But really it says kind of like what color would be your prime, and then your enhance, and then your smoke. So this would be prime, enhance, and smoke for all of the quads, or the yeah, all of the sections it would be. So this palette really makes it easy to create a look, and you're not going to be disappointed with the quality. Sorry guys, I'm about to cough. But I really enjoy this palette. So the Pillow Talk palette by Charlotte Tilbury. This next one, you guys, it was a toss-up between this one and then version 2. And it was just a lot for me because I love pink. See how pink every time today. Anyway, I'm sure you want to know what the palette is. My second favorite brand, Miss Pat McGrath, Divine Rose 1. This is the limited edition pink packaging. It's so pretty, you guys. I know. I unapologetically love pink and love makeup, so if you watch my channel, you're going to see probably a lot of it. This here, you guys, Divine Rose 1. The reason that I'm recommending this one to you, aside from the fact it's a wonderful brand, you're not going to be disappointed with the quality. They blend themselves, it's saturated, all of those things you want in a palette. This one here is this is kind of more of your everyday pinky, mauvey, neutral tone palette. Like you can get just a neutral look out of this quad here. You can get a nice, beautiful kind of neutral with a pop of pink. These are special shades here. It's going to give you, if you're not really into being as hot pink as I'm wearing today, but you really like the color, you want to dive into the color, this palette is actually going to give you a really good introduction to it at the quality of Pat McGrath. I was about to say my other favorite person. But yeah, the Divine Rose 1 palette, Pat McGrath. Can't go wrong if you have number 2 either. You're just going to get a spicier look. Well, both of them. Alright, you guys, so that's my last palette. Well, loves, that is it. I hope that you enjoyed watching this video. I wanted to keep it short, sweet, to the point. Let's hope editing me can get it to at least 10 to 15 minute range, because I kind of like to talk. But in any case, you guys, I wanted to give you a range of palettes and just different color stories with the same theme, different price points in this video. So I hope that you find something in here that you enjoy, that you're thinking about getting, inspires you to get. Please leave some comments down below if you agree with these palettes, you have others you suggest. I'd love to talk to you guys in the comments. And again, if you are not subscribed, please just go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And for all of you guys, I just really appreciate when you give me your time. So whatever time it is for you, morning, noon, or night, thank you very much for giving me some of it. I appreciate you. Bye.